Hello and welcome to class. Today I'd like to introduce you to the yoga strap. We haven't used it as of yet. So if you have a strap available or a belt will work. If you'll pause the video and go get it and bring it back to your mat, it'll help make the poses more accessible. So I'd like to invite you to begin in a comfortable seated position, either on the mat, a bolster, or a block. Rock from side to side on your sits bones. When you come to stillness, evenly distribute the weight between your two sits bones. Begin to find mountain pose from your sits bones all the way to the crown of your head. Engage your core, roll your shoulders up and pull them down and back. Slightly tuck your chin and lengthen the crown of your head toward the sky. If it's comfortable for you to do so, I invite you to close your eyes. And if you'd rather keep your eyes open, you can softly gaze down at a 45-degree angle in front of your body. Resting your hands on your laps with your palms up. Begin to engage your three-part Durga breath. As you inhale, expand the belly, and then the lungs and the ribs, and then the chest. And as you exhale, contract your chest, contract your lungs and ribs, and then contract your belly, emptying the belly completely of air. Inhaling, expanding the belly, then the lungs, and then the chest. And then exhaling, contracting the chest, the lungs, and then the belly. If it helps, you can place one hand on the belly and one hand on the heart, so you can feel the rise and fall of your abdomen as you take those deep three-part breaths. Find a steady rhythm with your breath, perhaps a 4 to 5 count inhale and a 4 to 5 count exhale, or even lengthening your exhales a little longer than your inhales. As you engage your three-part breath, begin to scan your body from the tips of your toes to the crown of your head. Checking in with your physical self. Notice any physical sensations that you're experiencing in this moment. The pressure of your sits bones against the mat or the block. The contact of your clothing against your skin. The temperature of the room. Any sensations like hunger or headache, or tension in the back or the neck. Just be aware without judgment, without trying to change anything. Just notice what your physical body is experiencing. When you're ready, shift your focus to your emotions. How are you feeling emotionally today? Perhaps label that feeling with a name: anger, joy, curiosity, exhaustion, and just be aware without judgment of your emotional state in this moment. And finally, shift your focus to your thoughts. Think about your thoughts today, the last hour, the last few minutes. Have they been scattered? Have you been very focused and organized? Where does your mind wander when you allow it to? Remembering there's a connection between the mental, the emotional, and the physical bodies. And when you're ready, open your eyes and extend your arms up toward the sky on an inhale, exhaling your hands down to heart center. Doing that 2 more times, inhaling and reaching. Keeping that three-part breath going, exhaling heart center. And 1 more, inhale, extend. And exhale, heart center. Beginning with the 3 movements of the spine, inhaling, reach. And on the exhale, planting your hands on your knees. Taking an inhale into seated cow. And an exhale into seated cat. Inhaling cow. And exhaling cat. Inhaling cow. Last time. Flexion and extension of the spine. Exhaling cat. On your inhale, find a neutral spine. Extend the arms up and placing your left fingertips or your left palm on the mat. Exhale, reach to the left with your right hand. Keeping that right shoulder stacked, twisting your heart toward the sky. Inhale and switch. Exhale, reach to the right. Moving with the breath, inhaling out and exhaling in. Out and extend. And one more time on each side. Deep breaths, extending and reaching. And last one to the right, extend. Taking a nice deep breath in, reaching up, maybe arching the back this time. On the exhale, twist to the left, looking over your left shoulder. And then inhaling out of your twist and exhaling to the right, looking over your right shoulder. Taking a deep breath in, twisting to the left. Coming out of your twist and twisting to the right. One more on each side. Reaching up and exhaling, twist, maybe a little deeper this time. And last one. Taking it to the right. Take a deep Durga breath, expand the belly, exhale, hands to heart center. And I invite you to find child's pose. Big toes together, knees apart. Perhaps resting your forehead on the mat, on a stacked fist, or on a block. Find your Durga breath. Feel the tension release in the lower back. And on an inhale, I invite you to find table pose. Wrists under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Fingers spread wide, equal weight distributed between the base of all the fingers and the base of the thumb. You can tuck your toes or bring the tops of your feet to the mat. Engage your core. Find mountain pose here. On an inhale, tuck your toes if they're not tucked, and take an exhale into downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Bending your right knee and pressing your left heel down toward the mat, and then bending your left knee and pressing the right heel down, remembering to breathe. Never holding the breath. Stretching your body like a rubber band from the tips of your fingers all the way through the heels. Stretching out your calves, waking them up. And on your next inhale, bend both knees, lift your sits bones, press your hands down and forward. And then exhale, straighten your legs, keeping the knees soft, press your heels down toward the mat. When you're ready, on an inhale, step to the top of the mat, as many steps as you need. And inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Exhale, Uttanasana, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana, lengthen the crown of the head forward. Exhale, Uttanasana, soft knees. And one more. Ardha Uttanasana, lifting halfway. And Uttanasana, folding forward. With soft knees and a flat back, inhale all the way to extended mountain, Urdhva Hastasana, and exhale, mountain pose, Tadasana. We're going to begin with Ardha Surya Namaskar, half sun salutation A, and move into 2 or 3 sun salutations to warm up the body. So finding your mountain pose, the 4 corners of both feet, soft knees, engage your core as if you're pushing your low back into an imaginary wall, and pulling your shoulder blades back and down. Slightly tuck your chin, lengthen the crown of your head toward the sky. On an inhale, extended mountain, Urdhva Hastasana. And on the exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhaling Ardha Uttanasana, lifting halfway. Exhale, Uttanasana, fold. Extended mountain, Urdhva Hastasana. Uttanasana, folding forward. Ardha Uttanasana, lifting halfway. Uttanasana fold. Extended mountain Urdhva Samastitihi to mountain pose. Moving into full sun salutation A, remembering to drop to your knees on chaturanga if you need to. And remembering that we inhale on the upward movements and exhale on the downward movements. Urdhva extended mountain. Uttanasana, forward fold. Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Stepping back, drop to your knees if needed, shift forward slightly, lowering down elbows, shave the side body, chaturanga dandasana. Cobra pose, bhujangasana. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Stepping to the top of the mat, as many steps as needed. Ardha Uttanasana. Uttanasana, folding forward. Extended mountain, Urdhva and taking it right back into forward fold, Uttanasana. Ardha Uttanasana, lifting halfway. Stepping back, chaturanga dandasana, knees or toes. Bhujangasana, cobra. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Stepping to the top of the mat, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway. Uttanasana, folding forward. Urdhva extended mountain. And one more, Uttanasana, forward fold. Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Step back, chaturanga dandasana. Cobra pose, bhujangasana. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. When you're ready, step or hop to the top of the mat. Ardha Uttanasana. Uttanasana fold. Urdhva extended mountain. Samastitihi Tadasana. So take just a moment and scan your body and notice the response your body has to the first sun salutations. We're going to add sun salutation B. We're going to do one sun salutation B and then add in the postures we learned in the previous class. So finding your mountain pose and your three-part breath. On an inhale, Utkatasana, fierce pose. On your exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Ardha Uttanasana. Step back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Cobra, Bhujangasana. Or if you'd like, lifting the knees, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, upward facing dog. If you'd like to, you can reverse your Chaturanga and make your way to down dog. Or go straight to down dog from Cobra. On your inhale, extend your left leg high, three-legged dog, pressing your right foot down on the exhale. Inhale, bring your left foot between your hands, slow runner's lunge. Inhaling, high crescent, Alanasana. On your exhale, step back, Chaturanga Dandasana. You can skip Chaturanga and go straight to down dog, Bhujangasana Cobra, or upward facing dog. Downward facing dog, or reverse your Chaturanga and make your way to down dog. Right leg lifts, three-legged dog. Exhale, left heel sinks down. Inhale, right foot forward, low runner's lunge. High crescent lunge, Alanasana. Plant your hands, step back. Chaturanga or down dog. Cobra or up dog, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Down dog or reverse your Chaturanga and make your way to down dog. On your inhale, step or hop to the top of the mat, Ardha Uttanasana. Uttanasana fold. Utkatasana, fierce pose. Samastiti to mountain. Adding on the postures from the previous lesson, finding your mountain pose, noticing your body's response to the postures and the flow. Utkatasana, fierce pose. Uttanasana, forward fold. Ardha Uttanasana, halfway. Step or hop back. Take down dog or chaturanga. Cobra or up dog. Down dog or reverse your chaturanga. Then find your down dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Extending your left leg high, three-legged dog. Your right heel sinks down, exhale. Inhale, left foot forward, low runner's lunge. Inhale, high crescent, Avanasana. Exhale, warrior two, Virabhadrasana 2. Gazing over your left hand, checking your foot placement. Turn your left palm up, reverse your warrior, Vaparita Virabhadrasana. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, side angle. Uttita Parshvanasana. If you'd like to use a block, you can use a block under this left hand. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, side angle pose. Now this time on your inhale, straighten your left leg, reverse your triangle. Exhale, parallel arms, gazing over your left hand, keeping this left knee straight and the knee soft. Reach forward on your inhale. Exhale your left hand to your left shin or to a block. Extend your right arm up. For 5, keep your breath moving. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Softening your left knee, bending it rather deeply. Walk your right foot in. Shorten your distance between your left and your right foot. And walk your left foot towards the left side of the mat. Bringing your feet hip width apart. Your left foot is pointing straight ahead. Right foot over the top right corner of the mat. Bend your knee. Bring your hands right above your knee and your head above your heart. And bring your torso upright. Make sure your hips are square to the top of the mat. Getting ready to move into pyramid pose. On your inhale, extend your arms up, maybe arch the back. And exhale, hinge from your hips, reach, reach, reach. And then exhale, allow your hands to rest on the block, on your leg, or on the mat. For pyramid pose. Allow your upper body to become heavy and feel a nice stretch in that left hamstring. Keeping your breath flowing here. When you're ready, bend your left leg, bring your hands above your knee, your head above your heart. Take several breaths here. And then when you're ready, reach down and grab the block with your right hand, bringing yourself to an upright position, setting up for revolved triangle. Taking the block in your right hand, straightening your right arm, reach forward, hinge from the hips until you feel a stretch in your hamstring. Then place the block to the inside of your left foot, resting your right hand on your block. Left hand to the left hip, and then stack your left shoulder over your right. Maybe extending that left arm up for twisting triangle or revolve triangle. Remembering to breathe. If it's not comfortable to extend that hand up, just place your hand back on your hip. And when you're ready, gaze down at your left foot, find pyramid again. Place your hands on the mat, bend your left knee, step back. Chaturanga Dandasana or take downward facing dog. Cobra or up dog. Downward facing dog or reverse your chaturanga and find your down dog. On your inhale, extend your right leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, left heel down. Inhale, right foot forward, low runner's lunge. Inhale, high crescent. Exhale, Virabhadrasana 2. Gazing over your right hand. Checking your foot stance. Making sure your front feet are pointing straight ahead. Your back foot is at a 90-degree angle or a little less than 90 degrees. Turning your right palm up. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reach. Exhale, side angle pose. Inhaling, reverse. Exhaling, side angle. This time on your inhale, reverse your triangle. Straighten that right leg. And then exhale, parallel arms. Moving into Utthita Trikonasana, reaching forward. Until you feel a stretch begin in this top inner right thigh. Grabbing a block if you need it, or using your shin. Extending your left arm up for triangle pose. Remembering to stack the shoulders. If that shoulder starts to turn inward, you're going to need to raise your block or bring your hand up your leg a little bit. Breathing deep into your belly. From here, take an inhale up, gaze down at your right foot, bend your knee. Move your right foot towards the right side of the mat, and walk your left foot in, straightening this right leg. Bringing your feet hip width apart. Bend your right knee slightly, bring your hands above your knee. Take a couple breaths here. Make sure you're not lightheaded. Coming all the way up, square your hips to the front of the mat. Extending your arms up and reach. And then exhale, reach, reach, reach. And then fold over that right leg for pyramid pose. The back foot is pointing towards the top left corner of the mat. The right leg, the right foot is pointing straight ahead. Let your upper body become heavy. Feeling a nice stretch in your right hamstring here. Bending the right knee, bring your hands to above your knee, your head above your heart. Take a few breaths here. Notice if you're lightheaded or dizzy, and if so, stay here for a few more breaths or until you feel better. If not, reach down, grab that block with your left hand, bringing yourself upright, making sure your hips are squared to the front of the mat, bringing that left block forward, reaching forward, dropping that block to the inside of the right foot, bringing your right hand to your right hip, stacking your right shoulder over your left shoulder, gazing up toward the sky, and maybe, if comfortable, extending that right arm up. When you're ready, exhale back to pyramid. Move the blocks out of the way. Step back. Either take down dog or chaturanga, cobra or up dog. Making your way to down dog, you can reverse your chaturanga or go straight to down dog. Or skip chaturanga altogether. Stepping to the top of the mat or hopping. Lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Mountain pose. So I'm introducing you to our balance postures, the triangle series, the balance postures, Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana series. I'd like for you to reach down and grab your strap and find your mountain pose. Beginning with the right foot, I'm going to find the four corners of my right foot. And when I do, shift my weight into those four corners, lifting my left leg up. And I'm not your mirror image here, so I look like I'm lifting my left leg. I'm going to wrap my strap or my belt under my right foot, or left foot here in my case, and just extend that leg out. Try not to lean back. So essentially, this pose is very similar to standing pyramid. So it's called flying pyramid. Or hand to big toe pose, or Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana A. From here, I'd like to invite you to take the strap in your left hand, extend your right arm out, and from here, open that leg out. If you're able to, you can always bend your knee to extended hand to big toe pose, also called flying triangle. And you'll notice you're stretching that upper inner thigh, just like with triangle pose. Bend the knee if you need to. It doesn't have to be straight. When you bring your leg back in, switch your hand. Now this is the challenging one. I'm going to plant my hand on my hip, grab the strap with my right hand, and on an exhale, twist and look over my left shoulder. If my balance is okay, extend that left arm out and maybe gaze back at my left hand. Remembering you can bend your knee. I lost my balance, that's okay, at any time. So when you're ready, bring that leg back in, finding mountain pose again. Now with that pose, if you're able to, you can hold the toe with your hand. But a strap makes it more accessible. Now for the other side. Let's take a few breaths. Notice the effect of those balancing poses on your body. My heart rate is up. I'm warm. My breathing has become shallow. Shifting weight into the left foot, finding the four corners of your left foot, finding your strap, lifting your right leg towards your chest, flexing your right foot. Take the strap under the foot and extend the leg out. Bend it if you need to. Some of you probably have extremely tight hamstrings, so no worries. Flying pyramid pose. Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana A, or hand to big toe pose. Taking the strap in your right hand, extending your left hand out or placing your left hand on your hip. Open your leg to the right for extended hand to big toe pose. I should try to keep my body a little straighter. I'm leaning a little bit more than I should, but that's okay. It's not a big deal. And then bringing that foot back in, switching hands, extending this time your right arm out behind you, or bring it to your hip. Let's start with the hand on the hip. Twist and look over that right shoulder, or try. Maybe extend the arm back. And like I said, this is a very challenging pose. Bend your knee if you need to. When you're ready, bring yourself out of your twist, find mountain pose, and take a few breaths. From here, this is a new balance pose that is not in the slideshow this week. But bringing yourself to mountain pose and bringing your hands to your heart, simply lift your heels off the mat and take a few breaths, locking into a drishti, a gaze point. The naps are really bad today. And when you're ready, slowly come down into a balance chair. If it's okay with your knees, if your knees bother you, don't do this. Open your legs and come back to a supine position, lying on your back, taking your strap in your hand. We're going to begin with the right leg. I'm going to wrap the strap under my right foot and extend my right leg out, keeping my knee soft, remembering not to lock out my knee. I can extend this bent leg out or bend it. It's your choice. From here, I'm going to gently pull on this leg for supine pyramid or supine padangustasana. Feeling a nice stretch in the back of the leg and even the calf now, especially the more I pull on the strap. If you can use your hand to your big toe. If you don't have a strap, just place your hands on your calves or on your hamstring and gently pull back. From here, I'm going to extend my left hand out beside me, and I'm going to drop this right leg down. Now we're in supine triangle. You can place a block under your leg for support, or a pillow or a bolster. But I find that if you pull tension on the strap, that it will keep your leg aerial and it will keep it from going too deep. And it'll give you a better stretch in the inner thigh. From here, I'm going to bring this leg back up, switch hands. So grab the strap with my left hand, extend my right arm out, and drop my right leg down to the left for a twisting or revolved supine triangle, revolved triangle. Supine revolved triangle. Feeling a nice stretch in the outer right hip here. And after 5 or 6 breaths, bringing that leg back up, bending the leg, releasing the strap, taking the hands, interlacing the fingers right under the right knee, flexing both feet here and pulling that knee out and around toward the armpit, around the rib cage for wind relieving posture. This is a great stimulator of the colon. That's why it's called wind relieving posture. And then when you're ready, plant the right foot, bring your left leg in, put the strap around or under your left leg, and extend your left leg up. You can extend the right leg out, finding your supine pyramid, feeling a stretch in the back of your left leg. Once again, if you can grab that toe, feel free not to use a strap. Or grab your calf or your hamstring and gently pull back. So there are a couple of different, or many different ways you can do this pose. If you're using the strap, take the strap in your left hand, extend your right arm out, drop your left leg down to the left. For supine triangle, feeling a nice stretch in the upper upper left inner thigh. And then extending that leg back up, taking the strap in the right hand, extending the left leg out, left arm out, dropping your left leg down to the right. For supine revolved triangle. Going a good stretch in the outer left hip. Remembering to breathe. And then bringing that leg back up, remove the strap, bend the knee, interlace the fingers right under the left knee, pull the left knee out and around the rib cage toward the armpit, pull as hard as you can, really pinch off your colon. And then releasing, planting both feet on the mat, grabbing a block for supported bridge. If you'd rather do bridge without a block, you can bring your arms down beside you and just lift up into your bridge for 5 breaths. Take a break, and then do 2 more sets. If you're using a block, take your block, lift your hips, placing the block under your sacrum, and finding supported bridge. Salamba, Sthacibandha, Sarvangasana. Finding those deep belly breaths here. This is a great restorative pose. Before we get ready soon to move into relaxation, allowing that block to act as a pressure point against your low back, releasing tension and pressure. If you'd like to, you can lift your hips and adjust the height of the block, make it a deeper back bend. Remembering to breathe. And when you're ready, on an inhale, lift the hips, remove the block, lower down. Bring the soles of the feet together and your knees out wide for Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined bound angle, a nice inner thigh stretch. We've gotten a lot of stretching in the inner thigh today. If you'd like to, you can place blocks under your legs for support, or just allow gravity to stretch your inner thigh. On an inhale, bring the knees together, pull the knees into the chest, rock from side to side or make circles, massage your back. And either rolling over onto your right side and pressing yourself up, or rocking yourself up, extend your legs out for Paschimottanasana through the forward fold. So flexing both feet, taking your strap, wrapping it under your feet. If you don't have a strap, just extend the arms up, reach out, hinging from the hips, and find your forward fold. If you have a strap, pull on that strap. Sit up nice and tall, and on an exhale, hinge and fold, walking yourself down the strap. Remembering that you don't have to touch your legs. If that's the goal, over time, you will reach it. It is not the object today. On an inhale, using your core, using the strap, inhale up. Exhale, hands down. 2 more poses before we take relaxation. So I'd like to invite you to extend your right leg out and bring the bottom of the left foot to the upper inner thigh. You can place a block or a bolster or pillow under this left leg for support. You can use a strap or no strap. Wrapping the strap around the bottom of the right foot, sitting up nice and tall. Take a nice deep inhale, and on the exhale, fold forward into Janusirsasana, head to knee pose, seated head to knee pose. Allow your head to relax. Allow your neck to relax. And then on your inhale, come up. Bring your left leg out. Right foot to the upper inner left leg using a block. Under that knee for support. I'm actually going to do that for this one because my knee has a little bit of a twinge. So sitting tall, either with a strap or without, extending the arms up. And exhaling, reaching, hinging from the hips towards that foot, but not trying to touch the foot. Allowing your hands to relax. If you can touch the foot, great. Pull back a little bit. If you can't, use your strap or belt to pull back on the foot to get a deeper stretch. And when you're ready, inhaling up, bringing both feet out in front of you, bending the knees. Windshield wiper your legs from side to side. And then drop your knees down to the right, twisting, looking towards the back wall. For a spinal twist, a rotation of the spine before we take relaxation. Then inhaling out of your twist, exhaling to the left, twisting and looking over to the back wall. When you're ready, I invite you to twist out and make your way to your relaxation pose. Whether it's Shavasana, Crocodile Makarasana, maybe you'll take Balasana, Child's Pose, or even Sideline Child's Pose. So find whatever relaxation pose works for you. I'd like to invite you to take at least 7 minutes of relaxation. And when you're finished, come to a comfortable seated position and scan your body, your emotions, and your mind one final time like we did at the beginning of class. Now, relaxation is very important because it allows your body to absorb all the benefits of the postures that we've done today. So don't shortchange yourself by skipping relaxation. Allow yourself the 7 minutes. Once you do your scans at the end, compare yourself at the beginning of class to the way you feel at the end of class and notice if there are any differences. Until next time, stay healthy, stay safe, and stay happy. Namaste.